Welcome all. Today's topic is saving and restoring NumPy arrays. In order to save a particular array, we use save text function, save txt function in the NumPy module. The syntax is this: save txt inside bracket fname and x, and this will save the array into a text file. The argument fname is the name of the file to be created and opened for writing the array. X is the name of the array. The full syntax is this. You can see there are so many default arguments in the function save text. You need not much worry about all these things. In fact, you can make use of this thing if you are that much interested. And those who are really interested can get the help from the NumPy, and for that you have to first import NumPy as np. Then you type help np.savetext. You will get all the documents regarding this text file, save txt file. Okay. Gen from txt function is used to generate the array from the text file that we have saved, and this function will load data from a text file as an array. The syntax of this function is this one. As in the case of save text file, you can see so many default arguments, but there is only one single compulsory argument. There is only one compulsory argument, that is fname. Then fname stands for the file name where we have stored the array. As in the case of save text file, you can get the help from the NumPy itself, and for that you have to type help np.gen from txt file name. Now let us try to familiarize these two functions, and for that we have to first import NumPy. As we always do, we will import NumPy as np. Okay, then I am going to create a particular array, say x equals or we may use a. So a is equal to np.arrange, say some 6. Let's construct an array of 6 elements. We will see that array. So you can see that it is a one-dimensional array, 0 1 2 3 4 5. These are the 6 elements of this row. Now I'm going to get another array b, which is np dot reshape. Then we have to give the new shape, say 2 by 3. Okay, so we'll have another array b. Now I'm going to save this thing, these two arrays as text file, and for that I have to use np.save text txt. Then the arguments are the file name. So first we will save this file a, and let me call it as a fname, a file name, and we have to keep this as a string, so it should be enclosed within inverted comma. Then .txt is the format. Okay, so that's okay. The next thing, what we have to save, so we'll save the array a, right? Next we will save the next file, say as b file name .txt, and there I'm going to save b. Okay, now I'm going to generate the same arrays from text, and for that we have to let me store the first array into x. np.generate from txt text. Then we have to give the file name. So I'm going to get the array a So we have saved that array as a f name. Then that's our x. You can see what x is. We will get the array as the same thing, but you can see that the data type has changed. The default data type is float, so you can see that automatically everything has changed to float. But don't worry, we can actually change the data type. Dtype equals int. We'll get the data type as integer. Now you can see what x is. Okay, we obtained them as before. Now let us see what our array b is. I'm going to generate b from this file name, this text name, this particular text file. So for that we have to, let me save that in y. So y is equal to np dot generate from txt text, and our file name is f name. So you can give file name according to your taste, it doesn't matter. So we have recalled y, we generated it, and you can see that we have generated b as before, right? The only change is in the data type. By default, as we already explained, the data type will be float, but you can change according to your wish. All right. Okay, that's all about saving and restoring a particular array. So I ask you to practice all these, both the functions, namely save text and generate from text. Okay, I request you to open the text file that we have saved as text file itself, and you can see how it looks like. Thank you.